Hello, this is Wallington Filming, and today I'm going to explain to you how to shape a brush ready for painting. When I say shape a brush, make it ready so you can cut in down the side of the orchids, etc. Right then, so the first thing you're going to need is a cup of tea, right, and a new brush and one that's been used for quite a while and is shaped ready for glossing, i.e. cutting in downside of orchids, a pair of scissors and a piece of yellow sandpaper. Right, so basically I just bought this brush. It's a Dulux Trade 2-inch brush, which is mainly what we use in the painting trade for doing door frames, etc., and skirting boards. Right, so this is basically it. 2-inch brush, and as you can see with the bristles, they're frayed at the sides, and it makes it quite difficult for cutting in downside of a door frame. What you want to end up with is a brush sort of that shape, but a little bit longer. I mean, this brush particularly has been well used. I'm actually using this at the minute for undercoating and glossing door frames. So basically you want it ending up looking something like that, but like I say, not quite as short. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do that. And like I say, this is your new brush. If I hold them up together, you can see there's a big difference. With the new brush, there's not a lot you can do with it until you've worn it down, and that can take quite a long while. And if you're in the construction industry doing the painting, that can slow you down, which will cost you money. Right, so basically you want it looking like that, like in that sort of shape, but a little bit longer. So what I'm going to do here is take the scissors and trim the sides. This particular brush cost me about what was it, £7. So all I'm doing here is slowly trimming. You can see that just starting to go there. Just take your time, slowly. Basically you're just taking the edges, sort of like taking it around and just sort of like getting that sort of shape. You can basically shape your brush near enough with scissors. Just take them corners off the ends. It's quite a long process, so just bear with me. Right then, so basically I've just cut this new brush down, and if you can see there, I've trimmed the edges. Now this has took me a couple of minutes to do this, and I know it doesn't look like the other one, but the other one's been quite well used now. And if you've bought a new brush and you want to use it for cutting in, etc., you need to cut the corners off to that sort of shape, and you don't want it as short as the one I've just previously shown you, because you want to get some usage out of it. The other one's been well used, so the more you use it after it's been shaped, it wears down quite a lot. Right, the next thing you'll need to be doing is get your gas cooker lit and basically just slowly burn the edges. Let's try and get it so you can see this. Now this does stink a little bit, so you might need to. What you're doing is just taking the bristles off that are sticking out around the edges. You can just literally run it. Just burn the edges off. Now you might need to repeat this once or twice. So basically burn that like that. Right, now what you've got to do is get your sandpaper and literally sanding off all the burnt area. Just making it a little bit smoother, ready for painting. Now what you might find is, as you start painting, when you finish this procedure, give it a bit of a wash. Ideally you want to use it in emulsion first, because what will happen is when you start undercoating, don't use it in gloss, whatever you do, don't use it in gloss. Just use it in emulsion or undercoat first, a couple of times. Because what will happen is, where I've sanded it down on the edge, the little particles that have been burnt will end up on your woodwork. So give it a good sand down and try and use it in emulsion first, even if you just paint a garden fence with it or paint a cupboard or something like that, just so when it comes to using your undercoat you won't get the little bristles, little bits that have been burnt going into your paintwork, which will start to give you a little bit of a problem. So basically that's all you do. I mean, you can buy brushes like this, but they charge you more for it and they'll never be shaped the way you want. You can actually cut it down even more if you want, but like I say, I need it a fair length because it won't take me long to wear it down. And if you could feel it, it's still a bit, especially around this top, it's a little bit, some parts of it a little bit hard. That's all you do. Get the sandpaper, do that. Right, so basically, it's better to see that. That's cut down, you can see how the edges are nicely shaped. Like I say, you know, with a week or so's use in like a new property undercoating, that'll shape down to the one I've previously shown you. And that's all you got to do, cut the edges, burn it off a little bit to get rid of the bristles that are sticking out the sides, and there you go. That's basically it. Now you could even cut in with undercoat downside of an orchard with that. I mean, like I say, ideally use it in, it's a jewel or something. Ideally use it in emulsion first in a cupboard or something, or if you double undercoat in door frames, you could use it with acrylic roll undercoat on the door frame first. But that's what you ended up with. When it's new, you can't use it for much. You can't cut in with it or anything. So that's what you want to end up with. And if you if you want to use it for just DIY, you might want to cut it down a little bit more, shape like that for cutting in. But like I say, that one's been well used and is like not much good for undercoating now. It's just really just for glossing, cutting in door frames, etc. So like I say, thank you very much for watching my video. This is Wallington Filming. Don't forget to subscribe and you'll get notified of any more trade secrets, as I would say. Okay, thank you.